Today we're going to take a quick look at the team associated Nomad DB8. This is their newest qualifier series rock racing buggy. Let's check this thing out and see what it's all about. It's Rich here from the RCNetwork.com, and today we have a pretty special guest. This is the team associated Nomad DB8. This is their newest RTR qualifier series rock racing buggy. And what's so nice about this is actually not my vehicle. I borrowed this from Team Associated. This was their demo vehicle for the video that they did on this cool rig, and I'll have that down in the video description so you can check it out for yourself. But back to the DB8, this thing is pretty cool and I had to get my hands on it. Now, Team Associated was nice enough to loan it to me to not only show in this video, but also to race it at the upcoming Summer Nationals for U4RC in Southern California. Can't wait to get this thing in the 2.2 Unlimited class and see what it can really do. In this video, it will be pretty quick. I'm just gonna go over the overview of this Nomad DB8, show you some of the cool items on this truck, and then also show you kind of what scale it actually is. Now, they do call this the DB8, which means 8 scale. Now, 8 scale in RC is a very controversial topic and it gets very heated at times, but 8 scale basically means that the components underneath the shell right there have 8 scale heritage. In other words, we are talking about large 17mm big bore shocks, 17mm hubs, and the driveline that represents most 8 scale vehicles. Now, the size of this thing is about the same size as an Axial Yeti and a Losi Rock Ray. Now, what's so different about the two aforementioned vehicles is this one actually has a cage, 4 body pins, and it comes completely off and you have full access to everything in the driveline and the electronics. The other major difference is the Nomad DB8 is a full independent suspension vehicle. So it has independent front suspension, independent rear suspension, and it rides on 3 fluid-filled differentials. There's no locked differentials throughout this drivetrain. Speaking of the upper cage, this thing is pretty cool and it's strong. This thing is, I mean, you could practically stand on this cage. It is so strong and built pretty tough. Like I said, it's 8 scale in durability. Now, all of these panels are removable, although you don't really need to remove them to get to anything. You just lift the entire cage off the chassis, and it's all screws that go into that kind of plastic tubular chassis. Now, we do see a scale driver in there. I am missing the head of the navigator, but that's an easy item that comes on your RTR. Flipping it to the backside, you get some scale features, although they are only decals. You get like the light system and then also the radiator right there, but that can also be modified later on down the line to make it look pretty cool. Looking at the chassis inside the DB8 is where it screams 8 scale. You have 8 scale electronics, and these may not be the exact ones that would come on an RTR, but it's on the demo model, so I'm showing that off. Now you're seeing pretty much an 8 scale buggy driveline. I believe I said 17mm shocks. These are actually 16mm big bore shocks that you'd find on the RC 8.2 or the SC8. So pretty large bore as far as the shocks, the driveline, the electronics, 17mm wheel hubs. I mean, this thing is just durable and you can really see the heritage from 8 scale buggy. On the underside of the DB8, you have a standard 8 scale aluminum chassis. This takes all the beating and just keeps everything durable when you're out on the rocks. A cool feature on the Nomad DB8 are the officially licensed General Grabber tires. These things are pretty cool. They have the scale look. They feel pretty nice as far as the compound. They do have a soft foam inside, and they do run on 2.2 inch front and 3.0 inch rear wheels, like you'd find on a standard short course truck. Well, guys, that is my quick look at the team associated Nomad DB8. Now, this thing's pretty cool. I love the fact that it has the scale looks, it meets the requirement of U4RC, and it has the durability and performance of an 8 scale buggy underneath this thing. Now, this thing is great for racing. It's also great to take it out to your backyard and just have a blast. Well, guys, that is it for now. If you have any comments or questions about this item, feel free to post it on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.